What's up, Kipper basketball community? I'm Coach DeMarco, and this is Focused. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you a great action that you can use out of the 13 series that I call 13 Chicago. The 13 series is a motion continuity offense that has a number of different options using screens, including a UCLA screen and cross screens. And Chicago is a quick hitter that you can use with your team to keep defenses off balance. It's really, really simple. As I talked about in the first video, these wing players can get open in different ways. They could V-cut, they could cut across the paint to get open. You could set a down screen for them. We're just going to have them V-cut to get open in this initial action. I'm going to share a link to the 13 series, 13 motion in the description down below so you can check out the initial continuity action. We're going to go from 1 to 2 in this action as well. So we're going to say that our 2 player has the ball on the wing off of that pass, and our 1 player is going to get a screen here from the 4, and again, it's going to be a UCLA cut where they continue to be an option off of that UCLA cut. Our 1 player, after setting that screen, just like they're going to do in the continuity action, is going to continue through and set that cross screen for the 5 who can cut through to the block. So the beginning of the action is going to look very similar to what you would see in the continuity. We're going to have our 3 player up here who didn't get the basketball, and our 4 player normally would just open up here. A little bit different now. So after our 1 player makes the cut across and they set that screen, our 4 is going to open up and we're going to reverse the ball to them. Now, in the continuity action, 4 would screen across for 3 who would come up to the top. We're not going to do that now, and here's where we're going to get into our Chicago action. So our 2 player, again, has passed up top to our 4 who has the basketball. 3, instead of getting a screen and coming to the top, is going to screen down for the 1 who's going to come off their pin down. So our 1 player is going to come off a UCLA screen, a pin down, and now they're going to get a dribble handoff from our 4 player, and they're going to attack downhill. Off of that, we have our 3 player who is down here in the paint. We have our 4 player who just gave the dribble handoff to our 1 who has the basketball and, of course, is attacking downhill. Off of that screen, we would have our 3 player screen down, and you could do different things off of this. You could have the 3 stay low, and you could have this 5, depending on your personnel, continue off of that and really take the defense with them. You could have your 3 player pop back out and your 5 relocate. I like to have our 2 player off of that relocate down to the corner to take their defender with them. So they're going to shuffle down to the corner. Their defender helps. They're an option to throw back to. So whatever you decide, and I leave that part up to you, I'm going to put the 5 out there for now and the 3. If you have like 5 out personnel and you have 5 players that can work and score in different spots, you want to do that. If not, you could have your 3 player screen down and you could have them pop, and you could have your 5 player relocate to the opposite side. But we really want to try to clear out this side of the floor for our 4 player. You also, for our 1 that's driving down, you could have your 3 pop out here, which is the option I like the best, and your 5 pop out to the corner. And you say, well, why is that? I like that because off of that dribble handoff, your 4 can roll to the basket, and you can get a little 2-man game. As the help defenders cheat into the paint, you have kick out options for your 5 and your 3. So I like to have 3 come down and set that screen and then work back out to the wing. And 5 also work out to the corner. But there's just a lot of different options that you could do off of this. The main idea is that your 1 player is going to come off that dribble handoff and they're going to attack downhill. And they could potentially hit the 4 or look to score. If you kept your 5 in the paint, really simple, they're that dump off player, and I would just have my 4 just relocate back up and circle up to the top. So they dribble handoff, and then I would have them just open back up to the top. So just one more time from the top, really, really simple action you can use with your team. We're going to have our 4, our 5, our 3. Again, we're going to go with that pass over to the wing. We're going to get a UCLA cut and a screen, and our 5 is going to come over to the ball side block. We have our 5 here. We're going to have our 1 player here, and we're going to have our 4 player open up, and we're going to hit them at the top. So 4 is going to have the basketball at the top. Our 2 players over there. Now we're going to get our pin down from our 3. 1's going to come off that pin down looking to score. 4 is going to dribble at. And 1 is going to get that dribble handoff and continue down. As I said, your 5 could come off 3's screen and 3 could stay down in the paint. Your 5 could potentially, as that happens, relocate over to here, and 3 could just work back out. Your 4 could pop to the top. What you do with these other players is very optional. I prefer, if I'm able to really clear out that side and allow that 4 to continue their role and have the 1 go and have a little 2-man action with our 2 drop into the corner. And that's your Chicago option off of it. But the thing I like about this is it can work a lot of different ways. Again, I told you, off of that dribble handoff, your 4 could pop to the top, your 1 could continue down, and you could leave your 5 in the dunker's spot. Their player comes over to help, you can hit your 5 player. So there's different options that you could do off of it. It's really up to you and what you like to do with your team. Could be the 3 player who's screened for the 5. So don't overcomplicate it. The idea I like the most is clear out this side of the floor, let the 4 get the dribble handoff to the 1, who's going to come downhill, and let the 4 work. And it's almost a little screen and roll action, and you can hit the 4, you clear the 5 out, and you really work this 2-man game. And the 1 has decisions. They got a kick out here, kick out here, kick out here, or they have the 4 on the roll. 13 Chicago, very, very simple action with a lot of options and nuances you can run off of it based on the personnel of your team. If you like this quick hitter off the 13 series, hit that like button down below, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to my Get Better Basketball YouTube channel.